Alright. Oh, I'm pretty drunk. I'm going to set up the link. I'm going to edit the title of the video because it's rubbish. What's that? Sorry folks. Random apostrophe in my titling of this stream. I mean, I know it really doesn't matter that much, but gotta get that stuff right here. I should just say this is Hands Around My Throat by Death in Vegas. I'm going to keep on trying to remember to name tunes as I go along. I love this tune. I like generally just like Death in Vegas. I think that's what it's all about, innit, really. Still posting links and stuff. There we go. So I'm going to try some VCOM stuff here while a bit smashed. That's just the best way to put it, really. I'm going with this squad. Tidy as in it, really. Let's be honest, the great Galabinov partnered with the Mario up front. I mean, what else am I going to do here? And there's some online challenge cup thing. VCOM, I'll do that. I might be a bit slow on this stream actually. See the next tune that comes on after this one. I just came across it this morning. I think it's pretty sweet. It's a wee while away yet. I'll call it as it comes. So, some kind of UEFA Champions League stuff going on here. I'm gathering this is a more difficult one. Gold +1. Right. Three games. Alright. I might actually play one game, I might end up playing three, I really don't know. Alright, okay. Hitting me with crap form and stuff. Look how quickly I can sort this out. Who am I playing against? Whoa! Ben Yedrupkin himself, Well, no. There we go. And there we go. So I'm pretty much set up. I'm going to kick off very shortly. We'll take a pause for a moment. What a tune. It's actually quite a dark tune when you think about it, but somebody's singing about it, eh? For your consideration, I guess. It's not really a lyrical thing with that tune, it's just I don't know. So anyway, this is called Mission 1, open brackets tower, close brackets, by an artist called capital A, capital R, capital A, capital C. Just came across it today. This tune could be 10, 15, 20 years old, I don't know, I don't care. It's not, but it could be. But it's just all about discovery, really, isn't it? What you like. Just kind of finding it and going, I quite like that. I suppose the thing about a tune though, it's a wee bit different. You can take that about with you. You can use that to reflect the mood, enhance the mood, change your mood, just generally change your mood. A tune like this does for me. I'm just listening to this, I'm just kind of listening to it before I kick off. Not all of it, I'll just want to get it going. It is just pure synth nonsense, but it just sounds good. I mean, those dudes ain't the dudettes. They're not recording that tune with an intention to sound like a flow filler, I don't think. Do you know what I mean? They're recording it and obviously it's upbeat and stuff and they wouldn't mind people dancing to it, but I don't think an artist like that are doing it for that reason. They're just making a tune. Getting it on Spotify, getting people to listen to it. I guess that's how distribution is going to work when it comes to music these days. Well, I'm not talking about accessibility, I'm talking about distribution, I'm talking about artists themselves. It might well have been going on for a few years, but I don't know. There's potential there in so much that music can become more faceless. But I suppose the flip side to that right now is the label system trying to push artists' personalities, presences, images upon you when it comes to music, and it not being the most organic in the world, shall we say, how that happens. You could also argue, well, it's always been like that, but I think it's different these days with technology. If you have a browse through Facebook, somebody's saying that they're going to fucking Ed Sheeran. If it's not that, you'll put on a YouTube video that's got nothing to do with fucking Ed Sheeran, but you'll be told about fucking Ed Sheeran via an advert that starts and you can skip after 5 seconds. So there's an insistence to be taking that in to some degree. There are YouTube adverts that are essentially singles. You actually look at the ad and it's like, alright, this is 3 minutes 36 seconds long. This is the whole fucking song. That's the advert. Now you can't skip it, but the point is it's still getting fucking presented to you. Still being rammed down people's throats. And that's corporations doing that. That's not people, you know. That's not Ed Sheeran doing it all. Let's just put it that fucking way. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever other kind of shitey. Well, I mean, I call them shitey. It's subjective, innit? It's music, but I consider that terrible music. But that's all that's offered up to me, you know, as an image, as an advert, as something that will start but you don't need to watch it all, but it's still there. It's still like, here's this guy, here he is again. That's what's dominating the online space, I still feel, with regards to promotion of music. There needs to be you know, I want a fucking kick-ass fucking northern working class guitar band who have a Stone Roses sensibility about not so much promotion of themselves, but see like John Squire's artwork, something that just seems a little bit more organic and it's just kind of fucking out there, and there's not pictures of a band knocking about. It's just, that's what it is. It's like, alright, it's these guys that are called this with this fucking imagery. I don't actually know what they look like, but this is the music they make. That's what should be taken over, not fucking... I don't know, man. Something I'm quite passionate about. There's lots of music that could be promoted via, I guess, what I'm suggesting, but that would probably despise, detest, but hate. But at least it's something from people. Do you know what I mean? It's not by corporations doing that shit to you. I mean, I'm streaming a load of bullshit here, right? It's just a fucking football video game, and I'm playing some tunes, but I'm talking over the tunes. It's not the best quality in the world, right? But for some reason, I'm denied that right to kind of express myself like this, to maybe make money. I'm not doing this to try and make money. I accept currently that's not the case, but you have to ask the question why that is. Do you know what I mean? This is not the best version of this tune, for example. If somebody really wants to hear this tune I'm playing, I'm not presenting the best fucking version of it, am I? Let's be honest. I'm talking over it, talking shite over it, but they still go like that. Oh well, that was in the background, so we're taking that money, and it's like, what? I guess it comes down to, in some regards, it's like social media being what it is, people aren't really allowed to express themselves with the potential of actually making money from it. That's kind of weird. It's a weird concept, and I know it can encourage questionable behaviours if that were to be the case, but it's either us or the corporations, basically, is what I'm saying. Should corporations deny you something because 4 dudes from Manchester or something signed up to a record label that wasn't owned by this corporation as it exists currently, but then they acquire the rights and just say, well, see, anytime you play something like that on YouTube in the background or whatever you do, we're claiming that, you can't monetize that. Now, music forms a large part of it. It could, well, I wouldn't even say majority part, but in various instances, but I think that's a bit fucked up. I understand the protection of music, but I don't understand it to that degree, whereby somebody can express themselves visually or audibly and maybe have a tune you like playing in the background and somebody else telling you, oh, actually we're going to take that bit from you, or you're not allowed to make money off it because you had a song that we have some ownership over. We're just going to deny you the income completely. And well, not completely, unless you get 100,000 subscribers, 100,000 likes, just put it that way. You're not allowed to make money. So they're basically setting a bar there, right? They're saying it's not impossible, but you need to do this. So by the time you get there, you're probably going to have to be quite complicit to a lot of corporate interests anyway. So you're playing their game. Do you know what I mean? You are actually playing their game. I find that quite horrific. You know what I mean? Just the expression of oneself through words and something that's going on in the background, denying them money. I just find it really weird. And that's not necessarily a capitalist thought of mine, to be honest with you, because you could have a society that functions completely whereby people's personal expression is kind of a little bit, some of the layers are taken off it as they are currently. For example, what I'm talking about right now, a tune in the background denying you potential income. I know for a fact I'm not going to be, I don't know, I guess this never happens obviously with what I'm doing right now, but I'd like to think that, see, if I was somebody who made a lot of money from doing something like this, that I'd still have my head around, you know, I'd still have my senses. It wouldn't be about me. I'd like to think I would enjoy giving something back to people. And I don't know, I don't think that's a very unique way of thinking necessarily. I think a lot of people think like that. At the end of the day, we all want it back, you know what I mean? There is always going to be some form of a need to consume, right? Whatever that may be. Why do corporations need to control so much of that? Just so much of it. I mean, if you asked a band like the Stone Roses in 1989 and said, oh, somebody's going to dick about playing a fucking computer video game, in the background Waterfall's playing, do you think you should get money from that? Or do you have ownership over that? They'd be like, what? What the fuck do we care? I honestly believe that. I am rambling here, but I did say in the stream title, I'm a bit steaming. This is Cali by Ride, by the way. And their new material's actually pretty good. Still stuff going on with the guitars, man. It's, you know what I mean? I guess there's a lot to be said. See, for a lot of these indie artists for the 90s breaking up for a wee while and then coming back together and recording some new stuff. They're not necessarily coming back to maybe make money. Just like, actually, we were alright together, weren't we? That was 20 years ago. I try again? Aye, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty sweet, isn't it? I mean, it succeeds for a reason. It's not just because of a desire for money. There is artistry involved, do you know what I mean? I'm talking some deep shit with the most boring screen in the world on. Deep shit I'm talking about. So, there's a couple of tunes there that I really quite liked. So I'm going to put on some more. Just try to find one here. This is Minotaur by the OCs playing just now. I've heard it before, I just don't know if it's tune I want to be playing. It changes this tune. But so far so good, do you know what I mean? I suppose. I'm going to start playing in a minute. I'm going to get one match in. This is the most boring stream in the world, really, but it is what it is. So I'm just trying a wee fade there because I don't know. It's not the tune for the mood I'm in right now, so let's play Novelty by the Joy Division. Down, 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 down. So here we go.
Off we go then. One thing worthy of note, the big new signing has failed even to make the squad. You can only assume, Peter, that he's not quite up to speed
Whoop,
with
next
how
ball.
this team operates. He must be desperate to start, but here we are. Couldn't get the direction he needed. Sevilla can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source. Well, the first attempt hasn't quite gone first blood, but they've got a slight edge.
Ah, guitar, man. Listen to it.
Mario. He is not one readily to admit defeat. I'll be surprised if he tries that again. He's left his man.
What? Not sure about that offside.
Oh, we're talking
Alright.
fractions.
Big Galabino traipsing a few feet offside there. So Romario and Galabino's up front today here. This is what it's all about, man. Combinations. What's the best one? It ain't Galabino so far. He's a wee bit. He's let me down so far, folks.
More than happy to take the muscular approach.
That's what happens when you're playing here a bit intoxicated. There we go. Philip Anderson. Terrible pass, terrible timing on the pass. Good play by Thiago Maia, who buggers up the. See, little mistakes here, man. This is an line game. I'd be getting trashed right now, man. Oh.
This could fall anywhere. Zonzi battles to win it back.
There's Ignacio Fernandez.
Great ball and now the shot. Can he finish?
There he is. Big Ignacio.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
That's what you worked on again. Next up is one of my favourite Joy Division tunes, called A Means to an End. It's from the album Closer. And it's got one of the best guitar parts in any tune fucking ever. See, I can appreciate that people might not like this music, right? But I find it impossible to understand somebody saying they shouldn't be allowed to make money for what they're doing, or bands like it. That, people, is the sound of a northern working class in the 70s. A youth who were fed up and fucked off. And do you know what? I do question why there isn't still that kind of level of activity and agitation amongst the youth of our population. I really do. It's actually, do you know what? See if everyone's well behaved, it turns out it's a bit shite. And I'm not talking about fucking wanting to wage war, kill people and stuff like that. I'm talking about just activity. And I know there's been stuff like marches against Donald Trump and shit, but I'm talking about us, do you know what I mean, a little bit. See if the United Kingdom is going with this Brexit thing, right? And we are. There has to be, and it's not about people from other land, it's about just fucking getting the right people who want to do the job and who want to fucking build our society. Do you know what I mean? And I mean a fucking society everybody can exist in. Do you know what I mean? Everybody can, at least a lot have a chance of just a fucking not even a basic life. Do you know what I mean? That's where I think capitalism fails. It denies so many so much. I mean, the word capitalism, capitalise. You know what I mean? You could capitalise as an individual on the fact that there's folk starving in Africa, but you could capitalise on it as a means to improve yourself, right? But when it comes to capitalism, that's corporations capitalising on fucking whatever they can. It's predatory, it doesn't care. We're talking about a desire for infinite growth forever. Forever. It's the only thing that matters. You know, when you think about I don't know. See, just when you think about some of Thatcher's words, things like that, about, you know, the self and there's no such thing as society. Do you know what? There's nothing wrong with being a little bit selfish. I think we can all agree upon that. But for it to go to a fucking global scale whereby, you know, was it Mitt Romney says corporations are people, right? Okay then, I'll consider them as people. There's fucking something like 12 of them that run so much of this fucking planet. That's not right. That is not right. If I'm to assume that. And those are just the big ones, do you know what I mean? You look at the oil industry, the most successful drilling company or whatever in the world, the one that's second place is still making a shit ton of fucking money. Supermarkets, anything. But if we just consider the top 12 or something like that, corporations on this planet, and consider them as people, that's 12 people then. That's wrong. It doesn't matter if there's a bunch of people working beneath that. They aren't working for themselves. They're getting something from it, but they're not working for themselves. They're working to serve this alleged individual. Fuck that. This is Isolation by New Order. I beg your pardon, Joy Division. You know, I just want to play through the second half. No bother. But I'm liking my train of thought here. I guess the other thing that annoys me is the level of ignorance we show as a species. We think we've got it worked out all the time. but this is how it is, this is how it should be. There are some fucking horrible things that can happen in this world. There's horrible things that exist. Horrible, what you could say, cultural, societal stances that still exist, still have an audience. And, you know, I'm on the side of saying that is fucking bullshit, let's get rid of it. But at the same time, I think it's important to accept that, well, that shit's happening for a reason, and you can't, it's going to be pretty difficult to eradicate on account of it being part of some people's human nature. I think that's the level you need to work from, you know, not about parties, political parties, and I don't know. These things are fucking horrible, but I think as a species, looking at a, you know, you can see a much bigger picture, and that's a bit silly. That's not thinking in the now. What a goal. Yeah, that is somewhat true, but I'm also just trying to respect how long we've been kicking about. Do you know what I mean? The last 100 years, we can say, has seen so much advancement, and it probably, compared to a lot of what went before it, it's probably true. But that doesn't mean to say we've got shit worked out. It means that this is a different phase we're entering into. Always just evolution. That's why I find it quite difficult to look at a lot of social media. And I'm talking about opinions from close friends and stuff. It's just like, you know what, man, we're just working this out, and I think this whole social media thing is currently part of that fucking, you know, part of that process. But we're communicating in what I believe to be a new way. Individuals are communicating with each other with an ease, to not only just another, but so many at one time if they want. And the sad fact is, the best way to do that can be Instagram, Facebook. If you want to communicate to as many people as you possibly can, or allow what you want to say to be communicated, those are amongst the best platforms: Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. I mean, I'm talking about the absolute best, you know, and it's, who saw that coming really in 1995? I'm talking to folk who, those of us who were alive at that time, and who were, in my case, and many people I know, 20 years old. I don't think we really seen that coming. So we don't have shit worked out. Because we don't even know what's going to happen 20 years from now. And we're destined to never to as a species, let's be honest. So slavery took a long time to get fucking shot off. Think of it that way. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of what we are dealing with today, and a lot of it is opinions as well, just mere opinion. That could take a long time. A very long time. That doesn't mean to say people should just go, well, that's the way it goes, just stop doing anything. It's just sometimes it's good to understand it. You know, an alt-right or something, a kind of trend for being a bit Nazi for certain people is something that's just going to have to work itself out. And that doesn't mean being passive, it just means that it's not going to be something that happens very quickly. It might not happen in our lifetimes. Didn't happen in previous lifetimes, so I think for us to expect it to be the case now, as much as that's a lovely goal to have, I don't think it's realistic. I don't. I really don't. If we were to talk about, and I'm not talking about this as a white man, I'm talking about this as a human, right? How long has integration been around for? So, like proper integration, I mean equality, or as near as we can get to equality, right? I think that's still in its youth, or I'd love to be able to say differently, because I truly believe that. I believe in that integration of culture, colour, whatever. It's just one of the most important things for us as a species to evolve. It's just part of the process. But we have in the last, since that has been the case, there's been so much in the way of conflict, and it's not always integration. Sometimes it is just things like ease of communication. It's worth remembering that it used to take fucking ages to start a war, like fucking ages. You're talking about fucking ships knocking about and shite, For those kind of conflicts to have escalated like they did, it took a long while. Now it takes an email if you want. It takes seconds. There's loads of these little things I think we are still trying to work out as a species, as something that we are capable of. This is Decades by Joy Division, but it's a little bit, yeah. I'm going to put on She's Lost Control because Transmission, a couple of good tunes follow after it. So yeah, She's Lost Control by Joy Division. I don't know, I'm liking my train of thought here, personally. Certainly something worth listening to, Not for others, for me. Just like, fuck, I'm thinking this shit. But it is, see things like racism, Nazism, all that shit is fucking abhorrent, right? And it's a horrible thought to think that that shit can't be worked out in my lifetime completely. Like, it's just not going to happen again. That is not going to be the case. I genuinely believe that. I think we're very, very young in our evolutionary cycle, if you like. If there's ever to prove to be an actual history of the human race, because it's no longer there, and that's the only way you can fucking talk about us as a species as being something that once existed. Do we really think that this moment we live in right now is the most important one? It's a bit fucking arrogant of us, I think. I don't know. It's kind of good to think that way sometimes, I think. Like a much bigger picture.
Thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, very good evening.
I don't know, I guess that's why I see things like a job, working for a corporation and turning up and doing something. I do question that a lot. It's just like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck are we doing? There's so many of us that's part of that. What the fuck are we doing? The argument will be made, well, that individual, because corporations are people, apparently, right? That individual is giving you the right to do something so you can make money, and then maybe, if you play it right, maybe if you have a talent, maybe you will, fund that. But use any of your stuff, fuck that, no chance. What? These are the most powerful fuckers in the world. Who's going to actually give up some of that? Capitalism is not the best way currently. It's not. I really do fucking believe this. It's not the best way. And we still do this fucking left and right stuff. Even though I am, if I think about all my opinions on things, I am very much on the left, but well, on a global scale, it's still capitalism, communism. What a load of fucking shit. How fucking dare we do that to ourselves, you know? It's that or that. Fuck that. What's good about that? What's good about that? What's shite about that? What's shite about that? Can we not work it out from there? There are people who I respect, you know what I mean? There's people who I listen to and read about, from, who just have this blind spot to the fact that they are preaching one or the other. But I did win. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, I've said I don't know because I don't. I guess it's great to not know. It's also great to be proved wrong, eh? See about something that you're fucking miserable about, say for example, and just to be proved completely wrong about it. It is amazing to be wrong sometimes. And I think as a species, it'd be lovely to be proved wrong about how we've found ourselves in this funk. You know? That's the next step. But we're going to have to work that out while communication between each other is so easy. So therefore it's so easy to promote ideas, ideals, and with that corporations. Do you know what I mean? They're the fuckers that are going to make all the money off you. That's a different kind of slave trade as far as I'm concerned. I'm maybe not articulating this well, folks, but I don't know. Maybe I've went off in one. I don't care. That's how I feel. It's really how I feel. I'm going to go back. I'm going to end the stream. I don't know. It might not sound it, but I'm actually in a good mood. Feel good about expressing myself there. Sometimes it's easy just to go bleh. You know, if it's coming from the right place or a place that looks to ask, I don't know, comes from a place whereby you're like that, well, do you know what, there's a lot of shit exists. We've got no right to think that we can work this out in 5 years or 10 years because history suggests that these things it just doesn't work that way, coupled with the fact that we're always advancing. How fucked up is that? How fucked up is that? There's always going to be problems, but there are some very present ones that we really need to work out. But I'm out. Sorry for the lack of footage. Sorry for the lack of gameplay. I won't apologise for the words. So this is for your consideration. Guten Morgen.